Assalamu alaikum, dear students. We will continue with chapter 2 humans, and today's subtopic is tendons and ligaments. So, in last session, we studied different bones present in human body that makes up the skeletal system. Now, in this session, we are going to proceed further. So, learning objective. We will know about the injuries of tendons and ligaments. For that, first we'll have to know what are tendons and ligaments. As we all know that the human body consists of 206 bones. An adult human body rather consists of 206 bones. These bones are composed of or made up of movable and non-movable joints of the bones. Some joints or bones are movable, whereas some are not. These bones are further reduced to many parts to perform many special functions like moving the hands, legs, sitting, walking, etc. So all these functions, all these movements are performed by additional parts that are present, additional things that are present in the bone, in our skeletal system that we are going to study in this session. Two of these important parts that perform all these body movement are tendons and ligaments, which is our today's subtopic. The movement of the body parts is only possible because of the presence of these structures. So, we will see what are tendons and ligaments. First, tendons. It is a connective tissue attaching muscle and bone. When muscle and bone contracts to move a joint, it is the tendon which pulls on the bone. As you all can see in the image below, tendons are a connective tissue. That means it connects things. Connective tissue which attaches muscles and bones together. We all know that our skeletal system is covered with muscles from above. Okay, so with the help of tendons, muscles are attached to bones. You can see it in the diagram how tendons are used to attach muscles to the bones. So tendons are connective tissues which are used or which joins muscles and bones together. Then next, ligaments. Ligaments are strong bands which connects bones to bones at the joint. They are elasticated to allow the movement of the joint, but are strong enough to stop the movement outside the normal range. Okay, so ligaments are not tissues, they are strong bands, connective bands that connects two bones together at the joints. They are elastic, that means they are flexible to allow the movement of the joint. We are able to let's take the example of elbow joint. We are able to move our hand from the elbow. Why is it possible? It's possible because of ligaments present in the elbow joint. It enables us to move our hand up and down. So these bands are strong enough to allow the movement and also to stop the movement outside the normal range. Now we can fold our hands upwards. Can we fold it backwards? I can take my elbow joint upwards. Can I take my elbow joint backwards? No. So why no? Because of ligaments. Because ligaments are strong enough to stop the movement outside the normal range. See, in this image we can see when muscles, the strong connective tissues that joins muscles and bones together are called as tendons, and connective bands, strong cord bands that joins bones and bones together are called as ligaments. Now we will study injuries caused because of tendons and ligaments. First, sprain. Sprain is a stretch or tear of ligament caused by a sudden pull. What is ligament? Ligament is strong cord that connects two bones together. So when this ligament stretches or tears by a sudden pull, it causes sprain in our leg. One or more ligaments can be injured at the same time. So again, when ligaments stretch or tears by a sudden pull is called as sprain. This is the ankle sprain. You can see in the image that the first image that the ligaments are being stretched, and in the second image the ligaments are torn. So in both the cases it causes sprain. Then strain. Injury to either a muscle or a tendon as a result of sudden pulling is called as strain. What are tendons? Tendons are connective tissues that joins bones and muscles together. So when they are stretched, they causes strain. Simple overstretched of muscles or tendons or results of a partial or complete tear can cause strain. So it means simple overstretch, that even if your muscle is overstretched a bit, it will cause strain. Then tendinitis is also a type of strain. You can see in the diagram below, the muscle is been torn and stretched, which causes strain or tendinitis. Then again back to sprain. What causes sprain? Fall, sudden twist when we move suddenly, blow to the body that forces a joint out of its normal position and stretches or tears the ligament supporting that joint causes sprain. So when we fall or when we move suddenly, or when the body forces the joint or forces the joint to move suddenly, or when we have a fall, it forces the ligaments to tear, which causes sprain in our leg. Where do sprains usually occur? Most common site is ankle, wrist, thumb. You can see in the image below ankle, wrist and thumb. Sprains usually occur in ankles, wrist and thumbs. That means the ligaments get stretched or torn away or tears, which causes sprain in these parts of the body. What are the signs and symptoms of sprain? It pains, it swells a bit. Bruising. Bruising is the skin changes its color. It becomes reddish blue in color. Then loss of functional ability. We are not able to move that particular part of the body. And sometimes that part of the body pops out. It comes out. So again, the symptoms of sprain are pain, swelling, bruising, changing color of the skin, loss of functional ability, and popping that particular part of the body out. See, this is how sprain occurs. You can see that the sprain is occurred in the ankle, where the ligaments are stretched or torn and the body part is popped out. Bruising, you all can see bruising where the body part, where the ankle has changed its color and it has become reddish blue. There are different levels of sprain. Level 1 is mild, where ligaments are stretched a bit. Level 2 is moderate, where ligaments are partially torn. And level 3 is severe, where ligaments are completely torn. Complete tearing of ligaments, when complete tearing of ligaments happen, it is called as severe sprain. Now let's come to strain. What are the causes of strain? Twisting or pulling a muscle or tendon. What are tendons? Tendons are connective tissues that joins our muscles and bones together. Then acute or chronic recent trauma or result of overuse of the body parts when we exercise too much. When we exercise too much, it can cause strain. Where do strains usually occur? Two common sites, the back and hamstring muscle, hand and forearm, and elbow. Signs and symptoms. Pains, limited motion, that means we cannot move that particular part of the body. Muscle spasms, possible muscle weakness, again we feel weak in our body, we feel that as if we have lost our energy and we cannot move that particular part of the body where it has caused, sudden movement has caused strain. Localized swelling, little swelling is there, cramping or inflammation, and with a minor moderate strain, usually some loss of muscle function. It again means that we cannot move that particular part of the body, so it will pain. We cannot move that particular part of the body, little swelling and inflammation. These are the symptoms and sign of strain. How are sprains and strains treated? By RICE therapy, RICE, RICE therapy. Now we will see what is RICE therapy. R stands for rest, I stands for ice, C stands for compression, and E stands for elevation. So by resting, by putting ice cubes, by massaging that particular part of the body with ice cubes. Elevation, lift that particular part of the body, and compression is use elastic bands, use bands or and tie that particular part of the body so that that particular part of the body is compressed. Now in detail we'll study what is RICE treatment. Rest, stop using injured part, use splint for injuries of the arm. Ice, keep damp or dry cloth between skin and ice pack. Do not apply ice for longer than 15 to 20 minutes at a time. So massage your body part with ice. Compression, use elastic bandage, compression sleeve or cloth. to compress that particular part of the body. Wrap injured part firmly. We get these bandages to warm bandages to keep our body compressed, to compress that particular part of the body. Do not impair blood supply. That means the bandage should not be very tight, otherwise it will stop the blood supply. Too tight compression may cause more swelling. Then wrap over eyes. Loosen the bandage if it gets too tight. This is how we can compress the particular part of the body to treat sprain and strains. Then elevation. Elevate injured part above level of heart. Decreases swelling. It decreases swelling and pain. Use objects and pillows for props. This is how we can elevate some particular part of the body where sprain and strain has occurred. Here in this image, example of ankle is given. Then ricer. After rice, RICE, R has been included, which means referrer. Referrer means if it is severe injury, you can consult a doctor. Now we will do a quick recap of what we studied in this video. Tendons and ligaments. So tendons are connective tissues that joins muscles and bones together, whereas ligaments are strong band cords that joins two bones together at the movable joint. Strain is caused when tendons are stretched or torn or tears, and sprain is caused when ligaments are used too much or it is been stretched or it tears. So strain is the injury to muscle or a tendon, and sprain is injury to a ligament. Thank you.